I made this bread, but I didn't really make any sandwiches this week. Maybe I could use it in my next recipe. But what should I make? Oh, I know. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Max AC channel. Continuing the theme from last year, for this month we will be doing another round of Frugal February, where we will be making 4 delicious recipes that will hopefully help save you a few bucks by using ingredients you probably already have lying around your house. For this week's episode, we will be making some mozzarella in Carrozza. For this recipe, you will need some sandwich bread. You can, of course, buy it from the store, but I also have a recipe for homemade bread if you wish to make your own. You will also need some eggs, about 1 egg per sandwich, some milk, and some flour for breading, some breadcrumbs for some extra crunch, and some mozzarella, of course. And since we will be frying this, you will need some olive oil or some other neutral frying oil such as avocado oil. Also, if you wish, you may serve this with some store-bought or homemade marinara or tomato sauce. And if you want, you can also add some bechamel sauce or some sliced ham to make the Sicilian or Roman version respectively. Or for the original Neapolitan version, you can just leave it plain. But if you did want to make the bechamel sauce, you will also need 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons more of all-purpose flour, 1 cup more of milk, some salt, and some nutmeg or black pepper. First, if you wish to make the bechamel sauce, first in a saucepan, heat up your milk until bubbles start to form around the edges, but do not boil it. Then remove this from the pot, and then in the same pot, melt the 2 tablespoons of butter over medium heat. Next, stir in 2 tablespoons of the all-purpose flour and cook, stirring constantly until it turns into a paste, about 2 minutes. Then, slowly add your warm milk back in and whisk to incorporate. Bring this to a boil, stirring constantly as the sauce thickens. Add in the salt and nutmeg or black pepper to taste, and your bechamel sauce is ready to use. Then for your carrozza, first slice your bread into 2 slices per carrozza if needed, and then cut off the crust if desired. Grab your mozzarella and dry it off with some paper towel. It's important to dry this as best you can, since the water can make frying it difficult. Next, if using, add the bechamel sauce on the bread for the Sicilian version, top with a slice of ham for the Roman variation, or leave it plain for the original Neapolitan style. Then, add 1 to 2 mozzarella slices to the bread and close the sandwich, pressing the bread down to seal the cheese inside so it doesn't melt out when cooking. Next, we will prep the dredging station, so arrange the flour, beaten eggs and milk, and breadcrumbs in separate plates or bowls. When you're ready, coat the sandwich on all sides with the flour and dust off any excess. Next, coat with the egg wash until it's fully covered. Then coat this on all sides with the breadcrumbs to fully seal the cheese in and to avoid any leaks during the frying process. Repeat this until all of your carrozza are ready, and when you're ready, we'll prepare your cooking method of choice. If you want to pan fry them, in a sauté pan or skillet, add a thin layer of oil and let this heat up. You can tell when this is warm enough if you drop a piece of the crust in, and it immediately sizzles. When your oil is ready, place the sandwich in and fry for 2 minutes on each side or until crispy and golden. Let it rest on a plate covered with paper towel for a couple of minutes while you make the rest of your carrozza. If you wish to use an air fryer, preheat to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, then spray or brush your carrozza with some oil, and then fry them for 8 minutes, flipping them about halfway. Regardless of your cooking method, once you're done cooking, serve immediately with some marinara sauce for dipping if desired, and your mozzarella in carrozza is ready to eat. I actually was planning on finishing this month with a bread recipe, but then I stumbled upon this dish while on social media, and I thought it would be the perfect use for my bread, and would allow me to highlight the theme of being frugal by reusing leftovers from a previous recipe. Speaking of being frugal, you can also deep fry this dish if you wish, but since you need a lot of oil to deep fry, and because avocado oil is quite expensive, I opted not to include it in this video for sake of the theme, but you are more than welcome to deep fry if you want to. In terms of this recipe, it has a quite interesting history. It finds its origins about 200 years ago in Naples, Italy, with it still being a very popular comfort food in Italy today, though with slightly different variations on the dish based on where you are. The original Neapolitan, of course, consists of just the mozzarella and the bread carrozza, with the Roman version adding some savory ham, and the Sicilian version adding some creamy spiced bechamel sauce. But you are certainly welcome to make your own variation by adding anything else you might like. The name carrozza, or carriage, seems to come from the original shape of the dish, which apparently used to be made with rounded bread, with the dish resembling a carriage wheel. But the naming origins could additionally come from the cheese appearing like the reins of a horse carriage, but I think that one might be a bit of a stretch. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video. In the comments below, let me know how it went if you decided to make it, and let me know if there's anything you want me to make next. Like the video, share with your friends and family, and subscribe to this channel for more episodes of the Max AC channel. And remember, if you want to stay cool in the kitchen, turn your AC to the max and watch the Max AC channel. Then, slowly add your warm milk back in and whisk to incorporate.